First, we are going to make a magic ring for the body. So wrap the yarn around your two fingers like this. Put your thumb on the X. Then wrap it till the other end and insert your hook and pull the second one to the front and twist it. Then after that, yarn over and pull through the loop to make one chain. Now remove the ring from your fingers and let's start round 1. Please hold the yarn and the ring like I hold them. For round 1, we will make single crochets into the magic ring. Insert your hook into the ring, pull the yarn and pull up. Now you got 2 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through those 2 loops and you made 1 single crochet. For round 1, you will have to make a total of 6 single crochets into the magic ring. After making 6 single crochets, pull this tail to close the ring, and then after that, let's start round 2. Make the first single crochet of round 2, so insert your hook into the first single crochet of round 1, like this, and make a single crochet. This is the very first stitch of round 2, so put a stitch marker on that stitch, so you will not lose the start point. Then after that, let's repeat the pattern. We will have to make an increased stitch, so make the second single crochet in the same stitch. So now I made 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and you will have to repeat this pattern, which is making increased stitch for 6 times. So also into the second stitch, make 2 single crochets together in one stitch, and also for the third one, make 2 single crochets together in one stitch. Please repeat this pattern all around, and when you reach the stitch marker, you will get a total of 12 single crochets. Then after that, for round 3, make 1 single crochet for the starting stitch. Then put a stitch marker back, and let's repeat the pattern, which is making 1 single crochet in the first stitch and an increased stitch into the second stitch. So in the second stitch, you will have to make 2 single crochets together in one stitch. Then after that, you will have to repeat this pattern for a total of 6 times. So make 1 single crochet in the next stitch and an increased stitch into the second stitch. Now I repeated this pattern for 2 times, and you will have to repeat this for 4 more times. When you reach the start, there will be a total of 18 single crochets. After that, please continue round 4. Make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and according to the pattern, you will have to make 1 single crochet also in the second stitch. So now I made 1 single crochet each in the first 2 stitches, which refers to 2 single crochet in the pattern. Then after that, make an increased stitch into the third stitch. And again, you will have to repeat this pattern for a total of 6 times. So after the increase, make 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then after that, make an increased stitch into the third stitch. Please repeat this all around, and when you reach the start, there will be a total of 24 stitches. For round 5, make 3 single crochets and an increased stitch in the fourth stitch. Please repeat this pattern for 6 times, and then you will get a total of 30 single crochets. From round 6 to 14, you will have to make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch without any increases. So when you make the first stitch of round 6, insert your stitch marker on the side like this, and then just continue making 1 single crochet in each and every stitch round after round, and there should be a total of 9 rounds to complete round 14. And this is how I count the rounds: 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So this means I finished making round 14. and I'm ready to start round 15. For round 15, we will be making decrease stitches. For the decrease, insert your hook into the front loops of the next 2 stitches. So like this. This is the front loop of the next 2 stitches. So normally we insert our hook into the stitch like this, but for this decrease stitch you will have to insert your hook into the front loop of the next 2 stitches and make a single crochet. Pull the yarn through those loops and make a single crochet, and this becomes a decrease stitch. For round 15, you will have to make a total of 15 decrease stitches, which means you have to make decrease stitches all around until you reach the stitch marker. After making round 15, the body is finished, so you can either stuff it or stuff later while making the head. After this, we will start round 1 of the head, and you will also have to do some color changes. For round 1 of the head, we will be making increase stitches in front loop only. So insert your hook into the front loop and make the increase stitch, which means make 2 single crochets in one front loop. And according to the pattern, we will have to do color changing when you reach the 5 increase stitches in red color. But now make 5 increase stitches with this gray yarn. After making 5 increase stitches with gray yarn, you will have to change color to pink. Now I'm making the 3rd increase stitch. This is the 4th increase stitch in front loop only. And this is my 5th increase stitch in front loop only. I make 1 single crochet, and in the second one I will just pull the yarn and I will just stop there because I have to change color. So grab your pink yarn and make a slip knot. Then after that, attach the loop to the hook and change color like this. And now you are using the pink color, and continue the pattern, which is 5 increase stitches in red color. So red color means you have to change to a new color, which is pink. Now I'm making the first increase stitch. You will have to make 4 more increase stitches using the pink yarn. Now I'm making the 3rd increase stitch. This is the 4th one. And this is the 5th one. And again, make 1 single crochet. Then after that, when you're making the second one, just pull the yarn and stop there. So insert your hook into the front loop, pull the yarn and stop there. Then after that, grab your gray yarn and change the color because there are 5 gray increase stitches after the red one. So you have to change the color and continue making 5 increase stitches with the gray yarn until you reach the stitch marker. In this round 1, there will be a total of 30 stitches. Then for round 2, make 10 single crochets with gray yarn, and at the 10th stitch, you will have to change color. So insert your hook into the next stitch, pull the yarn and stop there, grab the pink yarn and yarn over and pull through those 2 loops with that pink yarn. And now you will have to make 10 single crochets with the pink yarn, and at the 10th stitch you will have to change the color to gray. And you can see inside that the gray and pink yarn are floating like this, so you can cut them in the middle so the head will be in shape. So remember to cut those yarn in the middle while doing these stitches. After making 10 single crochets, change to gray yarn and continue making 10 single crochets with gray yarn. In this round, there will also be a total of 30 single crochets. When you finished round 2, you will have to do the same thing as round 2 for round 3, 4, and 5. For those 3 rounds, you will have to repeat the same pattern, which is making 10 single crochets, after that 10 pink single crochets, and lastly 10 gray single crochets. Also remember to cut those floating pink and gray yarn in order to keep the head in shape. After making round 5, you can check the rounds by counting like this. After checking the rounds, let's continue round 6. For round 6, we will make 3 single crochets and a decrease stitch next. So in the first 3 stitches, make 1 single crochet each. I finished making the first single crochet. So now I will make the second one. And this is the third one. Then after that, make a decrease stitch. And again, repeat this pattern using your gray yarn. Make 3 single crochets. But when we are making the decrease stitch, we will change the color. So insert your hook into the 2 front loops. Then pull the yarn through those loops and stop there. Grab your pink yarn and change color like this. So now using the pink yarn, repeat the same pattern, which is making 3 single crochets and a decrease stitch. Repeat this pattern for 2 times using the pink yarn. Now I'm making the decrease stitch, and I finished repeating the pattern for 1 time, and I will repeat this again for the second time. But for the next decrease, you will have to change color to gray yarn. Now I'm at my second decrease with my pink yarn, and I will change the color to gray. So while you're making the decrease stitch, stop there and change to gray yarn, and then continue the pattern, which is making 3 single crochets and a decrease stitch, and repeat that pattern for 2 times. For this round 6, there will be a total of 24 stitches. After round 6, we will make the mouth and the nose separately. So cut the pink yarn and fill inside the body if you haven't. Then we will make the mouth first. So again, grab that pink yarn and make a slip knot. Then after that, insert your hook into this pink stitch and attach the loop. And make a chain. In total, you will have to make 6 chains. So again, yarn over and pull through to make the second one, yarn over and pull through to make the third one. Please make a total of 6 chains. After that, make a slip stitch into the next pink stitch like this. So insert your hook into this next pink stitch and make a slip stitch. Then after that, chain 1 and turn your work like this and make single crochet in each and every pink stitch. In these chains, you will have to make 1 single crochet in 1 chain. So since there are a total of 6 chains, there should be 6 single crochets. I finished making the first one and I'm making the second single crochet. This is the third. This is the fourth one. This is the fifth one. And this is the sixth one. After making 6 single crochets, continue making single crochet in each and every pink stitch until you reach the start. Now I'm at the start and I got a total of 14 single crochets. And I will repeat this pattern again for the second round. So make the first single crochet of the second round and put a stitch marker and continue making single crochet in each and every stitch again. Now I'm at the start again, so remove the stitch marker, make a slip stitch into the next stitch, then after that leave a long tail for sewing. Now grab your needle and let's sew this mouth. So this is how I sew the mouth. So I sew these stitches by going up and down the stitches using my needle. When you finished sewing, go inside the mouth. So here, go inside the mouth like this and secure your yarn. After sewing, secure your thread and hide it inside the mouth. And this is how the mouth should look like. Now we will move on to making the nose with gray yarn. And I will use round 7 because we stopped at round 6 of the head. So this round 7 is for the nose. For this, make single crochet in each and every stitch, also on the stitches of the mouth. Now I'm making single crochet each in every gray stitch. And now I'm at the mouth, and also make single crochets in each and every stitch of the mouth. On the mouth I made a total of 8 single crochets in order to get a total of 24 stitches when I reach the start. So on the mouth, please try to make a total of 8 stitches. On the mouth, you can insert your hook into the chains that you made in the beginning of the mouth. In the beginning of the mouth, we only made 6 chains, but try to get a total of 8 single crochets on this mouth. When you finished making single crochets on the mouth, continue making single crochets until you reach the stitch marker, and you will get a total of 24 stitches. Then after that, for round 8, repeat the same thing, which is making single crochet in each and every stitch. After round 8, fill inside the head and also press the mouth like this to be in shape. For safety eye users, please insert the eyes on round 4, 5, and 6 with 3 stitches above from the pink stitch. For the eyes, I used 8mm size eyes. My eyes are not safety eyes, so I will just glue them once I finish this nose. Now let's continue round 9. For round 9, make 1 single crochet and a decrease stitch next. So make 1 single crochet and a decrease stitch into the next stitch. Please repeat this pattern for a total of 8 times, and when you reach the start, there will be a total of 16 stitches. For round 10, make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch, and there will be a total of 16 single crochets. Then for round 11, make decrease stitch for 8 times. After making 8 decrease stitches, leave a long tail for sewing. And we will sew this last round. Before sewing the last round, please fill inside the head again if you think the head is not filled enough. Now grab your needle and let's start sewing. Go in and out of the stitches. And when you reach the start, pull the tail and it will be closed like this. And with this excess yarn, we will add this detail on the nose. So on the middle of the nose, we will sew like this. So here, on the middle of the nose, sew like this line and pull it tightly. Again, make that line again on the nose. And pull it really tightly. Then after that, Secure your yarn and hide it inside the body. Now let's move on to making the legs. First, make a magic ring, and this time for round 1 we will make 10 single crochets into the magic ring. After making 10 single crochets, pull the tail really tightly, and let's move on to round 2. So from round 2 to 5 you will have to make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch for 4 rounds, and in every stitch there will be a total of 10 single crochets. When you make the first single crochet of round 2, insert your stitch marker like this and continue making single crochets one round after another until you finished making round 5. After making round 5, you will get like this. Then after that, leave a long tail for sewing and fill inside the leg and make 3 more legs, so there will be 4 legs in total. Here, this is an example of how I sew the legs. For the legs, you can use any sewing ways you want, but after sewing, make sure to secure the thread and hide it inside the body or inside the leg. After sewing, let's make the ear and the tail. For the ear and the tail, the pattern is the same and the sewing way is also the same. So now let's make a slip knot. Then adjust the size of the loop and let's make 3 chains. Yarn over and pull through, you got 1 chain. Yarn over and pull through again, this is the second one. And lastly, this is the third one. Then after that, skip the first chain and in the second one, make 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. Then after that, into the next chain, make a slip stitch. And there you go, this is the ear and also the tail. Now leave alone for sewing. For this you will have to make 3 in total because you will have to make 2 ears and 1 tail. Now I will show you how I sew this really quickly. For this I just use my crochet hook and I just pull the yarn like this. And I tie those 2 tails together. And then after that, I hide them inside the head. So you can use this sewing way also for another ear and also for the tail. This is how I added the details on the eye using the white yarn. After adding the details, tie those 2 white tails and hide them inside the head. Now grab your gray yarn and let's add more detail to change the nose shape. When you pull the yarn, please pull it harder so the nose will be in shape. And I will do this one more time again and pull it harder. And now I'm satisfied with the nose shape. And now I will secure my thread and hide it inside the nose. If you want to add nostril, use your black yarn and sew 2 little black lines on the nose. So now the tutorial is finished. I hope you will be able to make your own cute iconic MOO DENG. And if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all in my next video. Bye bye!